Why does it do that? It zooms in when I... Okay, all right. We're real high tech here, by the way, people. We're just phone on top of a giant stack of books. But I have notes today. It's like that one time I went to college prepared for class.
Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Rage of the Day. Quick aside, when people tell me like, oh, you're gonna run out of things to be upset about and so this show's gonna not last long, have you fucking met me? Today, we're gonna talk about hypocrites. I want to be clear, we're all hypocrites with something, right? I'm sure I'm a hypocrite about a lot of things. However, fucking people who cannot share the same passionate belief that they have for one thing, but cannot apply it to another thing, that drives me crazy. So like people believe so strongly about something, but then don't apply that same reasoning to everything. And for example, gun nuts. I was born and raised in Montana. I own guns. I am fine with people having guns. Like, do you, boo-boo. But I'm not crazy enough to think like, oh, we should have no restrictions on these things. Because that seems crazy to me. You mean anybody can have guns? We shouldn't have background checks. Why? Why should we not have those? Like, in what world is that not okay? And people say, well, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Well, you're right, but if we leave guns on every street corner and people use them to kill each other, like, that's understandable, right? Like, we're setting people up to fail. The hypocritical part is the same people who say that it's our right to have guns and we need to keep guns and no restrictions. These are the same people who say, like, but drugs should be restricted and we'll tell you what you can put in your body. And it's like, but, like, why don't we apply the same logic to drugs as we do to guns? Because when you ask somebody about guns, they say, well, criminals are going to get the guns anyways, so restricting them doesn't help. Well, yeah, you're right. And so restricting drugs has really limited the amount of people who get them. So if you're so fucking passionate about your rights to own guns and that restricting them is not going to change anything, what the fuck makes you think that restricting drugs is going to help people? It's like, and I understand that drugs can do harm to people and whatever, but so can guns. And so if you use your same fucked up logic, the drugs don't hurt the people hurt people. You see this hypocritical logic of like, I like guns and I care about those things and I don't want people doing drugs, so I'm gonna change my entire view and say that drugs need to be fucking regulated, but guns do not. Like, that doesn't make sense. The same thing, people talk about the Nanny State and they don't like it, the soda tax. Like, how you can't tell me what to put in my body.
Tonight, your America is turning into a nanny state thanks to the Obama administration's efforts to rein in the junk food industry.
You cannot tell me that sugar's bad for me and like we can't take all these pop machines out of schools and stuff. Like, okay, but we can tell you that drugs are bad. We can tell you what you can put in your body there and not. And like, people don't fucking realize like they're being manipulated. And it's because you don't realize the people who are telling you these things. Guns, sugar, fucking pharmacy. Those are the biggest lobbyists in our fucking country. So there's a reason that there isn't a daily serving for sugar on anything that you eat. Everything else has a fucking daily servings, but not sugar. And like, I'm not painting sugar out to be the bad guy here, because at the end of the day, like, if it's your choice that you fucking eat 7,000 donuts, like, that's on you. But again, if we fucking leave fucking sugar in everything, we're not setting you up to be successful. And so when the government jumps in and says, hey, I think we should regulate this a little bit and help people out, and people freak out and they're like, you can't tell me what to do. You can't regulate my life. This is America. I do what I want. Freedom. Okay, but why don't we believe that with everything then? Why don't you believe that with with drugs and fucking abortion and all of these things that also are freedoms that we say, whoa, no. I'm gonna limit you. I'm gonna tell you what you can do then. Why? Tell me why you're allowed to limit some things and not others, and why you don't have that same logic. And I'll encapsulate all of this hypocritical thought with one thing. Recently, we've decided we're going to bomb the shit out of Syria, right? Because they're doing some fucked up shit over there. And if you haven't seen it, you can check that out. So yes, is it a twisted situation, and is there a lot of problems there? Absolutely. But my issue is when somebody comes up to me and they tell me that they're proud of what Trump's doing, and yet 2 years ago when Obama asked to do this, they were against it. Well, guess what? You're a fucking hypocrite, because you don't actually care about the suffering of the Syrian people. What you fucking care about is that a Republican said it and not a Democrat, or a Democrat said it and not a Republican. For the record, I was against it when Obama wanted to do it, and I'm against it when Trump wants to do it. And that's because I fucking care about the issue, not because I'm fucking ride or die with this guy said it, so that's what I'm gonna fucking do. I actually think about the fucking issues, and maybe if you thought about the fucking issues, you wouldn't be such a hypocrite your entire life. Tell him, Jay.
Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.